Yes, everybody. Russ, the West Ham Network. Hope you're safe and well. Graham Potter has just finished his press conference ahead of the game against Southampton at the London Stadium on Saturday. And as always, we bring to you a synopsis of what's been said. You can actually, for once, kind of hear the journalists, which was a surprise. Whether that's luck more than judgment, I don't know. Let's get into it. Let's talk about team news. That's what everyone really wants to find out. Team news. Pretty much as is Crescencio Somerville is still with the physios and will still be a few weeks yet. It's been complicated and will take some time. I was reading an article, I think it was on Claret Hugh, they spoke about Somerville and how it was a similar injury to Antonio had a few years ago. And the senior source made a point of saying to Claret Hugh, and he had an operation and he's recovered from it since. So yeah, I think there's a bit of not resentment, but there's definitely frustration how he's there isn't any operation. Obviously, that's a decision made by Cree himself. Elsewhere, Aaron Wan Bissaka, he's needing an injection on his toe, but should be okay. Everyone else should be okay. So, ingrowing toenail for Wan Bissaka, but no an injection on it. So hopefully that won't come back too bad. He'll still have one more training session as well tomorrow. Asked specifically about Mikel Antonio. How's his progress? He's making progress step by step. He's away from the group, but doing well, and we're supporting him. And then they asked about contracts. You know, there's a report today that he's anxiously waiting for whether he'll get a contract. I think he will get a contract, to be honest. And Potter said any contract discussions will remain between the player and the club, and when there's something to announce, we'll do it. Southampton up next. Asked about the Saints. We have to put focus on ourselves and put in a good performance. We know their role. We have to play in the game, but it's football. I know their management team, and they'll be prepared. If we play like we can, we'll have a decent chance. It's a different challenge to last week, but just as big. We have to understand and respect that. Nothing's easy in football, and Southampton will come here looking to win. Obviously, they're looking to not become statistically the worst side ever in the Premier League, and obviously Ivan Juric left, and Simon Rusk with Adam Lallana, who's his number 2, are now in charge of the Saints to the end of the season. Asked about Simon, who he knows very well. He goes, I know him well. There we go. He's a good coach and a good person, good coach. I've worked with Adam as well, so I'm pleased those two, but I'm focused on the 3 points. Adam's got a desire to learn and a really good understanding of the game. He's good with people and seeing the game at the highest level. He's got all the tools to be a very good coach. Question asked about Nicholas Füllkrug. Obviously, reports saying coming out suggesting that he's not fit enough to play 90 minutes. Asked about where he's at in terms of his fitness. He goes, he's been out for a long time and it's hard to replicate 90 minutes of Premier League football. You have to build players up safely, but he's getting stronger and building. Whether that means we'll see him from the start, whether we'll see him off the bench, who knows? It does seem, you start with Ferguson, bring on Füllkrug or vice versa. But as someone pointed out, where do you leave? Where's that place left elsewhere? But I think from at home against Southampton, you can get away with that and drop a midfielder for that purpose. Anyway, obviously Southampton, London Stadium. We haven't seen a home win there since February, I think it is. Asked about the need for home win. He goes, it's something we want to put right. We need to play well on Saturday, and we're trying to do that. Supporters have been brilliant since we've been here, home and away. They've got behind the team and been fair on us. This period is important for us, but we're hoping to try and finish in a good way with as many points as we can. We're pleased with how we played at Liverpool, and now we need to turn that into points. I think that's it now. For me, there's probably been 4 or 5 games where the first half have been dire and the second half have been considerably better, but we need to turn those into points, those performances, and we need to have it consistently as well. And maybe Southampton's what we need. You're looking at other teams we're playing. We've still got to play Brighton. Yeah, we've got to play Forest here. They'll be sort of still challenging for Champions League. Spurs, they're in turmoil. They could be in a European final potentially by the time we play them. Same with Man United potentially as well. Could be playing each other. I don't know how the draw will fall out, but yeah, there's going to be, and Brighton have fallen off the cliff as well. There's an opportunity if the wheels start turning in the way we want them to turn consistently, we could pick up some decent points. But that's if. If my auntie had bollocks, it'd be my uncle. That's the t-shirt I'm going to be making. Obviously, 6 games left, going into the summer ahead. Asked about whether the team are going to be having a rehaul. He was quite coy in saying that, because I wouldn't say we need a major rebuild. I think we I think we will. All teams look to improve. We're not where we want to be, but we have to work together to put a team together our fans can be proud of, i.e. rebuilding a team. There we go. It is a major rebuild. But he's happy with the team spirit. Asked about team spirit. It's really positive. Daily work has been of a high level since we've been here, and I'm frustrated for the players that we haven't converted that into consistent results. I think there's a foundation there for us to go forward. The players have been first class, and I've been really impressed with them. Because a lot of the tools are there. We've been competitive in all the games, and it's a bit of work in progress, but we need to take a step further. That's down to consistent work. And I know what he says, and people go, oh, we haven't been turned over, basically. I think that's basically what he's saying. And under previous regimes, we do tended to get turned over quite regularly. We're harder to beat, that's for sure, rather than being competitive. We're harder to beat, we're conceding less goals, but still, we need the points. Gets to a point now where actually you need to start getting points to show that you can talk a good game like that, but now it's a case of getting the points to show the intended outcome. And then he was asked about JWP, obviously playing Southampton. He'll be up against former West Ham player Flynn Downs, who's back from suspension, I believe, for the game against Southampton. Asked about JWP. He's been really impressed with him. He's come back from a loan spell and he's been at top level every day. That's really helpful for the team and the environment. He's quoted in saying he trains like it's his last day in the game every day, which was quite a statement. He brings quality to the team. I think he's getting to know how the team functions better and better, and I've been really enjoying working with him. In terms of being a leader, he's not a ranter, a shouter, or a ranter, but he leads by example. He trains like, I've just said that. He trains like his last day of his career and is a role model. He brings a calmness and humility, and that is really impressive. And clearly he speaks of him very, very highly in terms of JWP, and Potter clearly likes him, we know. And he's that sort of, and it seems looking at certain teams he's played, of his teams, he likes to have like a spine of generals or a spine of people he can be confident in working with. And he does seem that JWP is one of those people. And that was it. Wasn't a massive, exciting press conference. To be honest, what really more you can say. He was 17th for playing the bottom team. Was 17th? No, yeah, he was 17th for playing the bottom team. Neither side have won any games in the last 5 in our form guide. We'll have the stat attack on Saturday. The form guide doesn't look good. So what more can you say, really? Not really much. Southampton are, they'll have players there looking to make an impression. Obviously, a number of Southampton players we are linked with. The likes of Kyle Walker-Peters, the likes of Dribbling, Harvard Bellis, and Ramsdale. So you'd imagine they'd want to put a decent performance in, but who knows, my friends? Anyway, we'll have Hammers headlines a bit later on, talking about some more players we've been linked with. And until next time, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith, and I'll see you soon. Much love. Bye. Bye.